Dude, I'm gonna try with fire bullets and just see what happens. 195 non-crit. 347 crit. Bro. Okay, I should have it by the time I hit that shield. I have it. You ready? 210 non-crit. Fuck. 370 crit.
You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick, cause I watch TV.
Hey, what is up everybody? It is KATAIR Gaming here today bringing y'all a brand new and very special build video. Currently the Ambush Global event is still going on, so if you're looking for Hunter's Faith pieces, go ahead and feel free to farm it up. Y'all have been asking me what the best way to set up classified Hunter's Faith would be, and well, here we go you guys. So now, first of all, let me state off, I would love to have Deadly Brutal on both of these. I do not like having prepared on my Carbon, but I was forced to. So I spent probably about 4,000 Phoenix credits trying to get Brutal on my Carbon, and I just couldn't get it, so I am stuck with prepared. It's decent. I do prefer to snipe people directly in front of their face, though. It makes for a really funny scenario half the time. And then they start freaking out whenever they're half their health bar chunks. Plus, if they run from you, you can kill them even faster, which is amazing either way. I'm probably one of the few people who would use sniper rifles in close combat, but I mean, if it works, you guys. Anyhow, if you get like super up in my face, I'm gonna switch to the Historian. So that's just kind of my personal preference. If it had Deadly Brutal on it, I would be set. Both of them. I really wish I could have that. I have been switching to my Surplus SPD, which does have Brutal Deadly. That one hits for about 115 to 120k headshots. And it's just really nice to have. With the Historian, I hit around 80 to 90, plus a 27 for the explosive bullet that hits a player thereafter. And the highest I've hit with my Carbon was around 365k, I think, with fire bullets. Don't worry guys, I will put some clips in here for you, just so you can kind of check it over, review it, maybe see if it's kind of like your playstyle or not, you know? Okay, anyhow, I've taken long enough on this. Okay guys, we are going to go ahead and jump into the knee pads now. I've held off long enough, and here we go you guys. Okay, so we do have 1398 firearms with 9% critical hit damage, and then our little firearms mod on here has 267 with 3% skill haste. I like to have my booster shot up as often as possible. So in all honesty, if you really did just want to make yourself tankier, you could go firearms with health on the little firearms mod right there, and that would definitely boost you up. You'd probably get to about 350k toughness. At least 350. I think that's possible. Okay, obviously I don't have the correct minor attributes, but they are sufficient for now. So we're moving into the Hunter's Faith mask. It's 267 firearms with 3% skill haste, little firearms mod there again. And we do have 1395 firearms with 8% enemy armor damage and damage to elites, which you could change to burn damage for, well, burn resistance for PvP. However, I did start out using this build in PvE to begin with. It is very strong, both in PvP and PvE, as I will show y'all in the clips a little later on in the video if y'all do happen to stay. And we're moving into the chest piece real quick, you guys. Okay, we do have 1384 firearms with a 267 with 3% skill haste firearms mod and a 266 with 3000 skill power, just for, I don't know, the booster shot to heal you a little bit more. It doesn't really affect the damage to it whatsoever, contrary to popular belief. Okay, so we do have health and enemy armor damage on the chest piece, which is absolutely amazing to have. Just please do not run this build without health on your chest piece. You will very sincerely regret it. 280k toughness is not something you want to run around with, I guarantee you. Okay, so meanwhile, the minor attribute obviously needs to be ammo capacity. I've been running around with this for like a day or two now, without ammo capacity, and I've been running out, and I'll literally sit there, grenade myself, go back to the checkpoint, and come back out with ammo. Like, I just get tired of it. So please have ammo capacity for your minor attribute on both your backpack and your chest piece, which I don't have. Okay. So we're moving into the backpack, you guys. We have 8% critical hit damage with 1378 firearms and a 267 firearms mod. Again, we have first aid self-heal on this entire build. And we have 16% bleed resistance instead of ammo capacity, because I can't change that. Anyhow. Okay, moving into the gloves, we have marksman rifle damage. Obviously, we have critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and 1379 firearms. Which means all of this damage that I've been putting on players, I am not maxed out on firearms whatsoever. It can still get stronger, I can still do more damage. And, well, yeah, I might be able to one-tap that 9k stamina pred mark. Which I've gotten oh so very, very close to doing on multiple occasions. Think about it, if I just had that little bit extra damage, that little bit extra crit damage, crit chance, I might be able to one-tap pretty much anyone in this game, which would be beautiful, except for a defense build. Defense builds are super, super tanky. I love those things. Anyhow. Moving on to the Hunter's Faith holster, we have 3.50% critical hit chance. Obviously not optimized whatsoever, so this is what we have currently with 1394 firearms, 1401 stamina, 1398 electronics. I've not optimized anything on this build whatsoever, but this is pretty much the perfect stats that I want to use for this. Okay, so remember that deadly brutal on both of your sniper rifles. This one's for far away, this one's for up close. I mean, you can use this one up close, but it's a little bit harder to do in my opinion. Moving into the abilities. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna have the mobile cover because, well, it gives me quite a bit extra damage. Plus it serves as my pulse, it raises my toughness, resistance to blast damage. Like if someone throws a grenade at me, I'm gonna be able to tank that just a little bit more than if I didn't have that. However, there's a little bit of a bug going on right now where if you're not rogue and someone else isn't rogue, they can destroy your shields. Which I really don't understand. I mean, they can literally sit there, shoot, and kill your shield. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why is that a thing? It's retarded. Okay, so booster shot obviously does 50k self-heal, which is kind of comical because our health pool is probably just about, I would say 200k, probably around 230. I'm not quite sure, you guys. We will check that out in just a moment here. Anyhow, into the talent section, we have Tactical Advance, just in case, like, I don't know, maybe you want to cover to your shield and then tap someone. I believe that's what I did for my 365. I got like a long-ass cover to cover in, then I think I had fire bullets in my booster. I could be wrong, I'll have to check over the video again, you guys, I apologize. I had Demolition Expert because, well, I mean, you can spam nades with this, plus a little side note with your Historian. If you kill someone with the little explosive bullet from it, it actually procs Demolition Expert. So, if you were to throw a grenade with that procced, well, you know, it will hit a whole lot harder, especially if you have Chain Reaction on. If you have Chain Reaction and Demolition Expert on and you throw a nade with this build, it's so cheesy, but it will take out probably over half of a Predmark's health bar. Okay, and so obviously we have On the Move and Precision, because I mean sometimes you do have to kill people while you're on the move with this build, and I apologize in advance, you guys. People will think you are Deadeye. I got called Deadeye Scrum or Deadeye Trash this morning, but I was using Hunter's Faith. So you guys look a little bit more into what people are wearing. Hunter's Faith looks exactly like a reskin of Striker's. If you can't tell, look at that backpack. You can always tell the Hunter's Faith has one stripe on the holster, whereas Striker's has two stripes on the holster. Well, that and the two gigantic sniper rifles would be the complete giveaway to who's wearing Hunter's Faith. So please just check over that a little bit more before you throw accusations at a person who's actually using a headshot sniper. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go into the character tab now. We have 13.50% critical hit chance, not too much. Obviously some room for, like, you know, more critical hit damage. 210% headshot damage, which is pretty nice. Neither of these rifles are maxed out on headshot damage, so like neither of them are optimized whatsoever. There's obviously room for improvement on many different places of this build. I would not mark out one-shotting, like full stamina builds. I do think that's still possible. I honestly really do. I mean, imagine if I had a strong pulse in my team. If I had a strong pulse with this build, it would be like Deadeye, but with Hunter's Faith. Like, I could shoot you in the big toe and probably kill you in 2 shots. Don't underestimate large pulses this update, you guys. No one's running pulses right now. Well, mainly because it's not necessary, but whenever you do, you just pretty much wreck servers with it. So just keep that in the back of your head. If you run this with the medic, you are golden, dude. Okay, reload time, 4.20. Okay, marksman rifle damage, 12%. There we go, you guys. Enemy armor damage, only 14%. I did have destructive on one of my snipers when I was like testing this out to begin with. Don't worry, y'all can go ahead and get rid of the enemy armor damage. I just had it on there for, like, you know, a little bit extra damage both towards NPCs and players, and I don't know, I was thinking it'd be better than that little bit of crit chance on my mask, which I normally hit a lot of crits with this build anyways, so I don't know, I wouldn't overlook it. Now we do have 12% skill haste, just to keep our booster coming back a little bit quickly. 215 max health. There we go, you guys. We were really close. Then we have 31.23 armor mitigation. Not the best. Obviously needs improvement. Burn resistance. Okay, flame turrets aren't going to be doing much. And that covers that, you guys. I will leave y'all some clips at the end of this video, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Shimmy as I turn, so we can sit together watching as the world burn. I want the front, shimmy as I turn, so we can sit together watching as the world burn. I want the front, shimmy as I turn, so we can sit together watching as the world burn.
Yeah, I'm worried about my father's life, will he make it? I'm worried about my mother's promise, will I break it? Will I make enough money for family get-togethers? We're on just sipping Moscato, eating exotic cheddars. I hope that wasn't too brash. Okay, everyone, I appreciate y'all coming out and watching this video, and if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of y'all's support to help me with this channel, and as usual, you guys, I will catch y'all next time. Bye, everyone.